Of our neighbors are now relying on stimulus money to pay the bills, to put food on the table, and just to live. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Johnson.
And I'm Blaine Tollison. You may know someone who lost their job or someone making less now, and they really need this check.
That's right. Action 9's Jason Stujenke is live for us now. And Jason, you're breaking down what people need to know right now.
Yeah, that's right, Brittany. First of all, let's talk about the money aspect, of course. Individuals should expect to get up to $1,200 each, and couples should expect to get up to $2,400 each. And of course, remember there's always $500 per dependent child. And even better, you can go ahead and track your money, see where it stands. I put the link on WSOCTV.com and our app. But I warn you, we just checked a little while ago, it says be patient on the website because of, quote, high demand. Now remember, if you get tax refunds through direct deposit, you'll get your stimulus money that way too. You may have already gotten it today. Like you said, a lot of people are messaging me and emailing me the good news. But if you're waiting on a paper check, that could take a few weeks. Officials said most will go out by April 24th, so still some days to go there. Now, if you filed a tax return in 2018 or 19 or get Social Security benefits, you don't have to do anything. It's all automatic. If you don't fall into either of those categories, you may have to give the IRS more information, so I put a link to that specific spot on our website and app as well. Now, of course, a lot of folks have a lot of questions. I've had a number of people contact me with complaints, either about the dollar figure, about something else. You can go to the IRS website, but guys, what I'm trying to do is find the best way to get in touch with a real person because not all of those questions seem to be answered online.
All right, and hopefully the folks who are starting to get that relief, and hopefully it's doing just that. Thank you so much, Jason.
And a heartbreaking trend that we have seen during the stay-at-home orders is a spike in domestic violence cases. CMPD just released some troubling new data this morning. They told us that since March 26th, domestic calls have jumped about 20%, and that is about 350 more calls than during the same time period last year. Now, CMPD did point out that it is not clear how many of these are a result of stay-at-home orders. But a woman who survived domestic violence years ago spoke at CMPD's briefing, and she says that it is so important to reach out for help now.
Getting out of a situation has to stem from the survivor. It has to stem from the person that's in that situation. Nobody can come out and make you get out of a situation. Nobody can force you out of your home. Nobody can force you out of a situation, but you have to want that help.
Now, CMPD says that it is handling domestic cases the same way that it did before the stay-at-home orders. And in Gaston County, police there tell us that since the beginning of March, the number of DV calls is up about 40% over the same time last year. The chief says that crime overall has also gone up, but it seems to be slowly falling. But domestic violence calls, they remain high. If you or someone you know needs help, please don't wait to get help. You can call the number right on your screen. This is the Safe Alliance hotline, and that number is 980-771-HOPE. And the RNC, it is still being planned for this summer, but how it will look could change, all with the pandemic. RNC 2020 leaders held a teleconference today where they said that they know that it will look different. Now, the president says that they are in contact with state and local leaders for guidance. She believes that this is an economic catalyst for Charlotte, and organizers plan to move forward with the Republican National Convention at the Convention Center. Government reporter Joe Bruno has asked what'll happen if that turns into a field hospital, and he'll have that answer for you today starting at 5 o'clock. Also today, more COVID-19 testing sites are now opening up in Charlotte. Novant just opened up 3 mobile sites within just the last few minutes, and one is right at the health department on Beatties Ford Road. Another one is at the corner of Executive Drive and Albemarle Road, and also the Michael Jordan Clinic on Freedom Drive. We have been staying on top of the coronavirus cases for you each day.
In the last hour, North Carolina reported 99 new cases and 9 new deaths. Mecklenburg County is now over 1,000 total cases. South Carolina is at more than 3,500 cases and 97 deaths. Lancaster County is officially at 67 cases, according to the state. But the coroner's office confirmed to Channel 9 that there are now 3 deaths there. An update from the state will be released this afternoon. And what is also interesting is that there are still more than a half dozen counties in North Carolina that haven't reported any cases. That includes Avery County. And you'll see most of the counties without any confirmed cases are outlying counties along the state border.
And the president stunned world leaders and world health experts when he halted funding for the World Health Organization right in the midst of a global pandemic. He accuses the WHO of mismanaging the spread of the coronavirus and not acting quickly enough to investigate it. It is funded by several sources: international organizations, private donors, and member states and the UN.
The president is pushing to reopen the country within weeks, but health experts are warning it needs to be done carefully. Jacqueline Fell is reporting from outside of Washington with more on why measures like social distancing could be around for a while.
Public health experts and state leaders say we should not expect for life to be the same way it was before the coronavirus pandemic. The CDC and FEMA are working on a national plan to reopen parts of the country by late May. The Washington Post obtained a draft in which the agencies say they need to ramp up coronavirus testing kits and personal protective equipment production and emergency funding. But even with this strategy, the report notes a phased-in approach, like opening up state by state, comes with a, quote, significant risk of resurgence of the virus. Harvard researchers also say social distancing may be necessary through the year 2022, unless there's a coronavirus vaccine available sooner. Public health experts also stress there needs to be nationwide testing before the U.S. can safely get back to work. Another point that President Trump and his advisors are pushing back against. Reporting outside Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Our Allison Lotta spoke with political expert Dr. Michael Bitzer from Catawba College about reopening our economy.
Yeah, he says it's a regional issue.
With so much interaction between states, say, for example, Charlotte to Rock Hill, that's crossing over state lines. That's going to have a continued impact and effect. And I think governors of multiple states are going to have to work together with each other if they have that kind of cross-economic connections between states.
North Carolina's stay-at-home order is set to expire in 2 weeks. There is no end set yet for South Carolina's work-from-home order yet.
Across the country, officials are trying to contain several new hotspots. The death toll in Louisiana is now above 1,000, and nearly 450 workers at a pork processing plant in South Dakota tested positive, and a Tyson plant in Iowa now has more than 150 confirmed cases. If you live in Gaston County, you can ask county leaders how they're working to protect you. Our partners at the Gaston Gazette report the county is having a virtual town hall tomorrow. Leaders will talk about testing, unemployment, and how they could restart the economy. The town hall is from 11 to 12:30 on the county's Facebook page.
And the biggest airlines have now agreed to take a deal to take billions of dollars in federal aid. And this is just one day after many of them raised concerns about the requirements. American, Southwest, Delta, and United are among the airlines who accepted the bailout. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said the department is also working to approve applications for smaller air carriers. American expects to receive $5.8 billion from the fund, and that includes a loan of $1.7 billion. And $135 million is coming to Charlotte Douglas Airport to help workers there keep their jobs. It is one of 3,000 airports that are getting help from the federal government. The money will help keep airport operations running and replace the lost revenue from a lack of passengers. It'll also cover payroll and airport utilities.
Carowinds is extending season passes through the 2021 season because of the pandemic. So the 2020 season passes and add-ons like meals and drinks will still be valid for the remainder of the season. But monthly billing for season passes has been suspended until the park reopens. Carowinds says that it's a challenging time and they are thanking season pass holders for understanding.